Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Broken Sword 3. Let's continue. So it turns out I cheated a little bit. I looked on just the general length of how many more locations there are in this game. And there actually is a little bit more than I thought. So we're not near the end as much as I was figuring. Here we have Nicole. She got in this room, so there has to be something in this room. I guess on this hope
It
chest.
was a large luggage case. Petra's name was on the label. She certainly didn't travel light.
So the one door of the entire second floor that was unlocked happened to be Petra's room. And so we're trying to get into, I guess, her clothes. Looks like she's got a gun at least. I could take that.
The case was filled with clothes. Lying on the top was a small hairdryer.
Oh, it's a hairdryer.
I picked up the hairdryer.
I guess if you are going to bleach your hair, you would need to dry it, wouldn't you? Otherwise, people are going to certainly question why you have wet bleached hair.
It was another large luggage case. You can never have too many clothes.
Seriously. And this doesn't make any sense at all. Not one bit, because Petra, like all the characters in this game, have not changed their clothes at all. Except for when George and Nico changed their clothes in the Congo.
Inside the case was a brown wig. Petra certainly liked to dress up.
So we have a brown wig.
I picked up the wig. At the very least, it would stop her from using it again to impersonate me.
And again, the game is saying that Nicole has brown hair. Wait a minute. Let's think about that for a second. That's not... She doesn't have brown hair. Even somebody that was colorblind, by the way, I am not, would not mistake this dark blue, purplish hair that Nico has as brown. So that sense makes no sense.
A large, highly polished dresser. Someone had interesting taste in furniture.
Well, I'm almost
Even for an antique, the lock was sturdy.
Almost certainly for a house like this, the furniture would stay with the house almost. It's too big to move. Nice bathroom though. Stained glass in your bathroom. I don't know if you would really want to go to that expense, but okay.
It was an ornate hand basin. The fixtures and fittings were very old.
And so I can use it.
The hand basin had hot and cold running water. Cold running water anyway.
So I feel like we should have gotten the bleach. Because, like, the brown wig... Like, maybe we have to go use the brown wig with the bleach. And none of these other rooms had anything in them. And remember, we're sneaking around, so... I don't think we're gonna make the floor creak again. Though I imagine that was a one-time action. This game screams like it blew its budget on 3D animation. But there was a time when video games had that mentality that if you don't have something huge like this is very similar to the Resident Evil first game, where you just had to go 3D. It was heavily pushed with the PlayStation and the PlayStation 2. So let's see if we can just use the wig with the bleach. And it's that simple.
No way was I doing that.
Alright. So, I guess we have to talk to the chef? Can we even talk to the chef? Yes.
Hi there. Do you have a moment?
A moment? Well now, let me think. I've 50 dinners to cook for 50 fat guzzling guards, with pudding I might add, plus one vegan speciality de la maison for Madame Petra, plus one macrobiotic for Senor Sensitive Skin Susaro. I've got no assistants. I've got a kitchen out of the Stone Age, and she asks, do I have a moment? No, woman, I do not have a flaming moment! Just get out of my kitchen!
The answer's no, then.
Yes, the answer's no! Who the hell are you, anyway?
Susan.
Susan? What kind of a pathetic girly name is that?
It's a name for a girl.
Well, change it. I don't like it.
So, watch as he's pretending like he's chopping something, but it's not getting animated at all. The knife is just clipping through that carrot, and the carrot's not moving at all. I will have to say though that the chef actually has some animation instead of just sitting there, staying completely stationary. And then we got a little bit of story about what Petra and Cesaro eat. Not that that matters, or at least right now it doesn't seem like it matters. Let's ask about
No
the
offense,
vegetables.
but those vegetables aren't very well chopped.
Says the vegetable chopping expert, no doubt. Well, as it happens, you're right. I admit it. They are crap. In fact, they are worse than crap. They are crap to the nth degree of crap. And do you know why?
No, but I think you're going to tell me.
These vegetables are crap because my knives are blunt.
Oh, so why don't you sharpen them then?
Oh, stupid chef. Why didn't I think of that? Sharpen the knives. Brilliant! You're a genius, woman. Oh, wait. Silly me. I forgot. I haven't got anything to sharpen them with.
So he wants to sharpen his knives. He's not even using the right type of knife that you would... it's not something I would use to chop vegetables. That's a big, like, bone-splitting knife that you'd use on meat or something to get really big cuts, not slices of small vegetables.
Could I take your bleach?
Oh, now this is getting beyond a joke. There's a million varieties of crap I can put up with, but I'll not have people stealing from my kitchen.
I only wanted to borrow it.
Hardly stealing, if you ask.
Only? It's a slippery slope, do you not see? There'll be another time, and another time, and then a time after that, until one day I shall have no bleach whatsoever. It's bad enough they give me a kitchen your Stone Age man would turn his nose up at. But when wee strips of girls drop in wanting to take my bleach without so much as a by your leave, I tell you, I contemplate murder.
Oops. Sorry I asked.
Yeah, and they're trying to make this character interesting, and like, I get it, but a lot of the secondary characters in this game have been given way too much time, considering how little Nicole and George as a character have had. So, do I have any item that could be used to sharpen the knife? No. So I've missed something. That's the only thing I can figure. And he told us one bit of information that might have been useful if we were just going to try to knock out or eliminate all 50 of the guards. We now know that there were only 50 guards. Let's see, we have this keg. And let's see. What if we used the drain pipe on this?
There was no reason to try that.
What if we tried to mix this with this? No, that won't work.
The faucet was too stiff to move. I couldn't budge it.
See, I was thinking maybe the alcohol or something would allow you to...
A dented and rusted suit of armor.
Use the alcohol
armor
on the
was old
wig.
and rusty. I didn't want to touch it in case it made a noise.
So what if we used like the tissue paper on it?
That wasn't a good idea.
No. The wig on it?
Not this time.
Hair dryer?
Not this time. I thought about it, but decided against it. There was no reason to try that.
Lipstick. I'm confused. What am I missing?
Dressed like this, the guards would recognize me as an intruder straight away.
So yeah, you can't walk up there. And you can't walk over there. And this door.
Dressed like this, the guards would recognize me as an intruder straight away.
And this door doesn't open.
I couldn't open the door. It was locked.
You can definitely feel there's an artificial lengthening of the gameplay here. This is all built around making you wander around and look for items, something to communicate with, something to do something with. And they could be anywhere. We might find an interact button hidden. Like, and see, I have a slight fear if I run around, that will turn into...
Just another locked door.
It might not prompt us.
Dressed like this, the guards would recognize me as an intruder straight away.
So you can't go down the stairs.
I couldn't open the door. Just another locked door.
We're looking all around.
The door was shut fast and wouldn't open.
And there's really only 3 sections here.
Just another locked door.
And I could see the idea of making a remaster of a game like this and just having it where when you try to open the door, it automatically asks you which room you want to go to. And that was it. And it just showed like an animation between those sections. Let's see. There's nothing on the bed.
Apart from a range of tacky clothes, there was nothing left in the case.
So, she wants different clothes.
The dresser was locked.
Am I supposed to use this on it?
No way was I doing that.
Am I supposed to look at the wig?
Petra's brown wig. She was certainly into disguises. That wouldn't work here. The hairdryer was very handy. It didn't have a lead. A girl could take it anywhere.
So that just means it doesn't have a plug. It's battery operated, I would assume.
That's interesting. The case looked a lot smaller on the inside. The base sounded hollow. I guess there was a hidden compartment inside. All I had to do was find a way of opening it.
So there is something secret there.
Not this time.
And
Not this time. That wasn't appropriate.
like pencil?
Not this time. That
Newspaper?
wouldn't work here.
I think I've tried everything.
I felt around the interior, trying to access the hidden compartment. Aha! Tucked into one corner was a tiny button. Damn! My fingers were too large to press the button.
So I had to use it without an object, and then the pencil should probably work. We've had this pencil since the beginning of the game.
Oh my god. I doubted she used the knives to open letters.
Look at those flat animations of knives.
I picked up the sharpening stone.
Now, with slight risk, I'm going to assume there's nothing else here, because it seems like this would make sense. We run this way, we go give the sharpening stone to the chef, and then we get the bleach, and then we run back to Petra's room to bleach it in the bathroom, I would guess, and then use the hairdryer on it. So a lot of running around. This is kind of what Resident Evil 1 was like, except for there were zombies in Resident Evil. And there were scenes, and there was a few scare scenes in this too, where the guards tried to find us. Give them the grinding stone.
Excuse me, but could you make use of this?
A grindstone! Finally, somebody in this godforsaken kitchen is using a bit of initiative. Don't suppose you fancy a job as kitchen assistant? The money's crap, the hours stink, conditions are worse, but it'll make a man out of you.
No thanks.
Make a man out of you.
Young people today don't know which side their bread's buttered.
Just one more question. How did you end up here?
Give 70 people food poisoning just once, and you pay for it for the rest of your life.
I must remember not to eat anything while I'm here.
Alright, so he's over here.
Suddenly, I didn't have much of an appetite.
So I don't need that. Let's go ahead and take this.
Now that the chef wasn't watching, I could reach the bleach.
So often it seems when it feels like when you make a point and click adventure game, they just make the puzzles and then they cram them into the story. What we just saw right now is a great example of that. They wanted you to have to find a sharpening stone for a cranky chef, and it just got crammed into the story when what we're supposed to be doing right now is sneaking around and not interacting or talking with anybody who could raise an alarm, and that's not what's happening. I guess I should feel pretty confident too, because I haven't saved in a while. Like, just to make sure. Just in case the game decides to crash again. I don't think it will. I think it's specifically in that area. Alright, so bleach in the sink.
I wasn't prepared to pour the bleach down the hand basin after all I'd done to get hold of it.
So, wig in the sink. Okay, so use the wig in the sink. And then bleach in the sink.
I hoped it would bleach the wig blonde.
I'm not sure if that really would work.
The bleach was strong. The wig's color disappeared almost instantly.
And let's pick it up.
The wig was soaking wet. I didn't want to carry that around with me.
And see, that
Besides,
makes
the
sense.
bleach would have dripped onto my clothes. Somehow I didn't think Petra was into tie-dye. The bleach had stripped the color from the wig in seconds. I was lucky it hadn't dissolved the whole wig. I wondered whether Petra was a natural blonde.
And see, the thought here is, why is it bleaching it blonde instead of just bleaching it pure white?
The hairdryer was perfect. I fancied one of them for myself. Voila! Perfectly dry now.
Okay,
Showtime.
so no clothes change though. At least that's what we're thinking. Is that the clothes don't matter at all, even though the clothes have been mentioned several times. Or I'm gonna have to run back.
Hey, who's that?
Uh-oh.
And that's exactly what was supposed to happen, I guess, because now we're playing as George, who just is on the outside, and I kind of wonder if we're gonna do too much actually with him. Just more box puzzles. This game totally falls apart now. It's just box puzzles. Like, I wouldn't have minded one or two. I wouldn't have minded a few experiments in turning a point-and-click adventure into a action platformer, but the way it finally gets implemented is just a bunch of ledges and box puzzles and elements. And see, there's got to be more.
That door wasn't going to open.
Am I supposed to just push this off?
It was a beautifully carved gargoyle. It stared at me with its beady little eyes. There's only so much you can do with a gargoyle, so I decided to leave it alone.
I can't use a rope on
I
it?
thought about it, but decided not to do it.
And carjack handle on it?
No way was I doing that.
Grease paint on
That
it?
wasn't such a good idea.
I have a piece of coal on it.
There wasn't a reason to try that.
So nothing over there.
It was a damaged stone gargoyle.
Ah,
It looked very unstable.
so this one's damaged, so I'll
I'm all
just
for
push this.
conservation, but needs must if the devil drives.
That's a phrase I've never heard before. Needs must if the devil drives. And so we now get along the wall and creep. This really feels like almost an engine from a different game. And see, that would take some real research on my part that I won't ever do. To see if, oh no, this actually turned out to be the same engine as like the original Thief game or Deus Ex or any of the games that have similar 3D motions. And it may very well not be the same engine. It may just turn out that it is the same concepts. Because what often happens is video game people show off in demos what they're doing, and people share, borrow, and steal ideas and programming code directly. It's a pretty laid back community. What's funny is that probably at least a decade later, you have Assassin's Creed come out. And in Assassin's Creed, they've managed to make buildings that have tons of things you can grab and climb on and hang from, like he's doing now. And that was sold as kind of a groundbreaking new style of gameplay. And the truth is that it was just kind of a reboot of an old generation of things. Because we can see it was in this game too. We're climbing around buildings. The only difference is in Assassin's Creed, it's a setup where, oh, we're getting in the exact same place where she got in. This is the only time that's focused. Wait, no, this isn't the same place. I thought it was. But maybe not. Let's just try this door.
Either the door was stuck, or it was just locked.
Yeah, I don't know how much it fixes anything. It looks like there's a object. Can I pull it back and move backwards? No. So what I have to do is I have to push this forward and then hop up and then hop up and then pull this back. No, I can't do it alone. I have to pull this back like this and then push it forward like this and then hop up and then pull this back. And that's really all we need to do. And then pull this back and then hop up. And we have an entrance. I didn't even look at it. Getting some different music. The music's, there's nothing wrong with it, but none of it ever goes very long. So it never has this opportunity to become iconic or recognizable. I hear it play. I know it plays to tell me I'm going the right way. But there's hardly like a marketplace that has a marketplace theme that plays. There's hardly the Paris Street that we were on has a Paris Street theme. Maybe those actually do exist, but
There was an old iron grate set into the floor.
I
Below it was a
couldn't tell you
led into the
by
cavern.
ear.
There was a chance that I could have got through there if I lifted the grate.
So I'm gonna have to lift this grate, and he can't do it by himself.
The grate only opened a little way. The hinges were badly rusted. There had to be a way to free those hinges.
And see, so this really does feel like the first time we've ever even done anything.
That door wasn't going to open.
This door that's cracked open?
There was nothing special about this door.
Or is there like some golden barrier? And then back this way is absolutely nothing. A lot of sections where there's nothing. Let's see, we have the car jack handle.
Now, that wasn't quite right.
Let's see. Coin?
I thought about it, but decided not to do it.
Could try
No
the
way
coil.
was I doing that?
Try the coal. String?
Nope, that wouldn't work here.
Stone
That
cylinder?
wasn't quite right.
Magnifying
No
glass?
way was I doing that. That wasn't such a good idea.
Did we try the theater grease
No
paint?
way was I doing that.
Let's see.
It was no use. I had to free the hinges first.
You have to free the hinges.
There was an old iron grate set into the floor. Below it was a pit with a window that led into the castle.
A pit with a window that led into the castle. And I've got to free the hinges. And as far as I can tell, like, there's no reason to go back. No reason at all. Let's see if we can listen here.
No sounds came from behind the door.
And so the music has stopped. Let's... Oh, here's something.
It was an old drain pipe, rusted and bent. An offshoot pipe had been blocked by an old tin cup.
So pick the tin cup. And then
The old drain
see if
pipe
we
ran
can...
up the wall, but looked like it was broken. Just as well, the pipe was wet and slimy. Though it didn't matter now that I'd been drenched in filthy water. I wondered if I could claim the clothes as a genuine adventuring expense.
Yeah, only if your job was adventurer. Let's see. And the tin cup doesn't work with anything.
The tin cup smelled of moldy leaves.
So there was something there. Let's see. I'm just trying to kind of rush through all this.
The cup wouldn't help free the hinges.
Yeah, the cup won't help free the hinges. We're gonna have to think about this a little bit more, I guess. So that's gonna be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.